Welcome to Project Sustainability. This project looks at the recent ban by the Queensland State Government on single-use plastic bags. The ban applies equally to both retailers and consumers, meaning retailers are no longer permitted to supply single-use plastic bags, and consumers no longer have the option of free single-use plastic bags at the checkout. My rationale for choosing this particular topic was prompted by the plethora of media coverage and the renewed and invigorated debate about this issue it has stimulated. The issue captured my attention personally, with huge volumes of discussion taking place on local social media pages and in local shopping centres, particularly at the checkouts. I was determined to research the issue for myself so I could contribute to discussion on the subject with some degree of accuracy, hence this project. I chose Firefox as my preferred browser. I find it to be faster and enjoy its overall ability to run a broad range of web applications. I use the search engines of Google and Google Scholar and Boolean operators to direct my search. One problem with Google Scholar is that there is often an associated fee or charge linked to information. This can be overcome by using the Curtin Library to access the same articles but avoid any fee. Curtin Online Library also provides useful links to reliable databases such as ProQuest, Web of Science, and Wiley Online Library. I found this slide to be a very useful checklist to refer to when checking out sites and information. So what prompted this move by the government? What's the problem with single-use plastic bags anyway? Single-use plastic bags are simply not sustainable as an ongoing practice, and the reasons are clear. They're made from non-renewable resources which, once depleted, cannot be replaced. They're non-biodegradable, which means they're not capable of being decomposed by bacteria or other living organisms, and thereby become pollutants to the environment and a threat to the wildlife who live within that environment. Litter and waste from plastic in our environment is unsightly and aesthetically unappealing, but more importantly, plastic bags clog our drains and interfere with wildlife and natural ecosystems, especially our marine environments. When you consider that 71% of the Earth is covered by oceans and that 1 million species live in those oceans, our marine environment is significant. Not only does that pollution affect the species that live in the ocean, but also those, including human beings, that rely on the ocean indirectly for food and nourishment. How big a problem are single-use plastic bags anyway? Do they deserve this level of consideration and action by a government body? This question is best answered by looking at the statistics. In 2018, the Queensland Government estimated that approximately 1 billion single-use plastic bags are disposed of every year in Queensland. A significant proportion of this waste, 16 million, ends up in the environment. But further, when you break this down, on average, every Queenslander uses 200 single-use plastic bags every year. And of the large number of bags supplied, less than 4% are recycled. There are myriad alternatives to single-use plastic bags that are potentially sustainable in the long run. But how do the options stack up? Let us consider 3 questions. How is the bag produced? How many times will you use it? And how can you dispose of it? Heavy-duty plastic bags do a lot more damage when incorrectly disposed of. They need to be used at least 4 to 56 times before becoming efficient, and they take more energy to produce. Whilst biodegradable bags do break down, they only break down into small parts which tend to do more damage to wildlife than entire bags. The heavy-duty non-woven polypropylene green bags are also made from a type of plastic, a byproduct of oil refinery, and whilst they are inexpensive to produce, they also break down into microplastics. The canvas tote bags made of 100% cotton can potentially be used hundreds of times, but come with comparatively massive energy and water costs associated with their production. The hessian or burlap bags offer the best solution concerning sustainability and are 100% biodegradable. This project sits beautifully within the Australian curriculum and can be effectively targeted at the Year 7 level. The message we want to make clear to our students is the one of reduce, recycle and reuse. Discussion around the single-use plastic bag ban is one that's timely and relevant. We have a social and environmental responsibility to educate our students on the significance of this message.